Hello everyone, and welcome to the eLogbook. This is where we sell electronic logbooks that improve communication, storage, durability, efficiency, and overall security posture of our nation's military. The problem: the use of physical logbooks that are inefficient, not durable, reinforces complacency, and poses security concerns. These are all different characteristics that I have noticed while standing on post while utilizing these logbooks. And this is where I see there's a huge issue with the current use of this logbook, and I know there's a way that we can improve this. So my solution and the idea that I'm proposing is a very simple, durable tablet used by the military that runs a simple and custom application on a standalone, firewall secured and cloud backed up network. This solution is actually, though it seems on the surface complex, is very simple, and the use of it is going to be very simple, and it's going to make a huge impact. How it works. So for the concept, basically what you're going to do is you're going to have individual tablets that are going to go to different posts at each part of the base. And some bases, they have different sub bases within that main base. And so you're going to have tablets at each and every one of these. All these tablets are going to be run through the same app. Now, same app, or it could be a software, and it's going to be through a standalone and encrypted and firewall enhanced Wi-Fi, one that we're going to set up so that way it's by itself and is not connected to any other device. The only devices that it will be connected to are the tablets that are meant for that network. And then from there, anytime something is added onto that tablet, any information or anything whatsoever is put onto that tablet, it's automatically backed through the cloud, and so that way it is stored. And this is a very convenient way of being able to store all this data. So that way you're not stacking up all these log books for the 7 years that is within the statute of limitations that we normally hold. You're not having to go through that process. You're keeping these in one area, all this data in one area, so that way you can easily access it at any point in time. And again, so the whole point is utilize encrypted tablets purchased in bulk that are built specifically for durability purposes. This is the military. We use and abuse everything that we get our hands on. So we want to make sure that these are durable devices. And so the idea is to run off either an Android-based app or to formulate a software that is locally ran on these tablets. Now, as far as a cost-benefit ratio, we're going to have to be able to test these two different ideas in order to come down to one single solution. And our goal is to operate on a secure Wi-Fi network where devices will be able to connect to one another and automatically update anytime new information, like I said before, is stored, so that way it is always there. The market opportunity is going to be the military. This is first and foremost because this product is actually created for specifically the military, and this is going to be our target market. So in 2019, the military budget was is projected to be $716 billion. The current administration is wanting to improve the military. So let's start from the ground up. The e-logbook, which is one of the fundamental pieces to the puzzle of our military. And I really think that this could really set the bar for everything else within the military. So the market share at 10 tablets, approximately $5,000 each for all 5,000 US bases worldwide equals a total market value or market share of $215 million. Now, this is just the actual devices itself. Does not include warranty, maintenance, and anything, any other uses that it could be applied. This could be used for embassies, ships, diplomatic operations, or CIA covert operations, and also forward operating bases in war zones. So the competitive analysis that I have done is basically focusing on two areas. the small details versus the big solutions. So the military's focus has primarily been on tanks, jets, ships, all the big topics. So our strategy is to focus on selling how our small details is where we are lacking. And we need to focus on the small details comparatively to always the bigger solutions. Now, in this is because primarily what I've observed is that our security installations posture has suffered for decades, and I really feel that this is going to be incredibly important when focusing on this project. I think it's incredibly important to sell the idea that the installation is suffering and we need to fix this. So our business model, phase one, is going to be through R&D of the tablets, software development, developing different presentations and focusing in on it, exactly which product that we're going to be selling, and we're going to be outsourcing these tablets, testing and developing and finding which one is going to be matching the purpose that we're going to be utilizing it for. And the main thing is being able to really find a software, very simple and easy to use software that can be instilled on this tablet. The second phase is going to be going through the bidding process. Now, this bidding process is incredibly important to getting any award of a contract through the military. So I think one of the biggest things that we should focus once we get to this point is trying to focus on getting someone who is experienced with this contract process and finding a consultant who can assist us in the process, because people get awards through this process. So we can get awards through this process. We just have to know someone who's gone through and has put in the time and understands the process and can explain it and take us through it, so that we're setting ourselves up for the best case scenario. So my team is including myself, the founder, Colin Stoffel, who has a thorough understanding of the problem and how we can go about implementing a solution. My wife, who is an experienced entrepreneur and negotiator, and the need that I'm going to need for my team is going to be focusing on software and developers, regionally positioned techs. Locally, we're going to be starting in the US first, and then we'll be broadening out to other countries and finding trustworthy and quality suppliers. This is key. And this is one of the areas that we're going to be focusing on a lot of time and attention to detail. And also, like I previously mentioned in the previous slide, consultants who have experience with these contracts and can assist us through the process. So my roadmap is, for step one, the first 6 months is software development, testing, and moving on to testing for the months 6 through 9. And then from there, months 9 through 12 is focusing on the cloud storage and network selection and development, truly bringing that strategy that we have right now and bringing it into fruition. Months 12 through 16 will be finding a consultant and processing all the bid paperwork necessary in order to go through the process. 16 through 30 months is the actual process itself. It's a very long process, but it is one that, when patient, can offer a substantial reward. Excuse me. Months 30 through 36 will, upon the award, this is where we're going to take steps to hire techs, order supplies, and begin the implementation at different installations. So my financial projections for 5 years. Now, I know we weren't supposed to do this unless we have already started accruing revenue, but I wanted to actually put something on the table so you could see where the idea and the strategy lies, and what some of our assumptions are for how we're going to be able to make this come into fruition. So as you can see, I've put together a basic P&L. Now, through this, you're going to see the revenue. It's going to be a breakdown of COGS, gross margin. You're going to see different factors. And now, the most important part is where I derive all this information that's right here. Now, the most important part is going to be the assumptions. So revenue assumptions for units per installation, I'm saying 10 units. These are backup units and these are primary units. The cost per unit is $5,000. This is based off what the military has previously purchased, other devices that I know and have used that are in comparison as far as quality and also in comparison as far as utility. Now, this is also going to include a warranty, which is going to be about 10%. Infrastructure cost per installation estimated at $15,000. Infrastructure warranty about 10% of the actual cost, and then you have the labor per installation, which is about $10,400. This includes all travel fees. The COGS assumptions, cost per unit, including the software. This is researched. We've been able to extract this information from suppliers who are currently providing these types of tablets. Infrastructure costs per installation. Inventory, typically that's going to be on hand. Operating expenses projections, technician salary, flights, hotels, per diem, laptop, and other tools that we've incorporated into these projections. Also, too, we've incorporated a business loan, and this is going to be where we go to our ask. And this is going to be the breakdown, the rate, and the years. And then we're also going to go through the assumptions as far as our projection of how many we're going to be able to sell of these units for FY22, FY23, and so on through F2026. And we're doing a very conservative increase throughout those years. So you can see that the initial contract is going to include 15 bases. The second year we're going to increase that. So from 15 bases, we're going to go to 25 bases. And then from there, we're going to go to 50 bases in a year. The fourth year, we're going to add on an additional 25. And the fifth year, we're going to add on an additional 25. And this is being very conservative. Now, warranty costs is 10% of the cost of one unit, so total cost with warranty is going to be $5,500. This is just going to be a further breakdown of each and every part of this spreadsheet and what is going into our projections, including the revenue breakdown and each and every part that we are including in that revenue number. So after we're able to go through this, we're able to project, including all costs of goods sold and all operating expenses, D&A, interest expenses, and taxes. We're able to see the net income for the first year all the way to the end, where our final year will be in a $4.5 million marker. Now, again, we played this very conservatively comparatively to the 5,000 base worldwide number that we used for our market share. But this is to display and provide an idea as far as how we accumulated these different projections. The key part to any projection is the assumptions made. And this is why I went into detail displaying each and every assumption and how we got to that number. The ask, we are asking for $400,000. This covers FY22 expenses after the award of the contract. And then which is going to be the $330,000, and this is all expenses for that year. And this is also going to include administrative consulting R&D expenses for 36 months. We are not taking any pay during that time period, during the development stage. We are simply utilizing that money purely for the business, and that is it. The money that we will be working our separate jobs while we're going to be working on this, so that way we're not asking for any pay. We want to focus on and utilize every single dollar towards this business. And the breakdown of the remaining money is going to be through R&D, $40,000, consulting, $25,000, and administrative is going to be about $5,000. So that is our presentation. Thank you for your time. I appreciate each and every one of you and all the feedback that you have provided throughout the semester. And if you have any additional questions, please feel free to